Alright, so let me show you how wokeism has really poisoned the well. This thing is indeed like Pandora's box. So there's this Next Fest thing going on. It started October 9th. Apparently I missed it a couple of days. It ends the 16th and oh, that's tomorrow. Okay, so unfortunately I just came back. I was busy in the morning, so I'm going to try to see how much of these demos and so on I can run through. But this caught my interest. It's the God have mercy, the Thaumaturge. That's what Thaumaturge. That's what I'm going to stick with. So it's from 11-Bit Studios, or that's the publisher, and I believe these are the people who made Frostpunk, and Frostpunk was one of the non-woke games that I had recommended in a previous video. So of course, download it. I downloaded it before reading the the summary thing here. Now reading it, RPG, very lovely. I believe I read that it was turn-based, also very lovely, because in recent times people seem to think turn-based is evil. They want everything to be action, action, action. So very lovely. But there is a little bit here. It says in the year 1905, Warsaw lives under the yoke of Imperial Russian Tsardom. Its inhabitants constitute a diverse group of different ancestries, views, and beliefs, often conflicting interests. Now, here is the sad part. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, this would not have raised any red flags whatsoever. Because you would just say, okay, all right, so you have a bunch of people living here, and then conflict will emerge. And it is entirely possible that that's all that will happen in this game. Different groups of people existing in the same place will have conflict. That is all. It's possible that's the only thing that will happen. Obviously, I'm making this video before I actually try out the game. Alright, this is future me interrupting past era to say that the demo, I've just completed the demo, and it is not woke in the slightest. However, the demo is not the full game, so let's not be overly zealous yet. But given the setting and everything, I believe a reasonable assumption to say that diverse simply means that a lot of people there together, not a lot of woke people there together. The performance, on the other hand, is another issue, but this video was about how the taint or stain, this tank of wokeness, can lead to bad PR or bad marketing for your game, even when you have no such content in the game. So this was more of a cautionary tale that devs should probably avoid terms that the woke have tainted. So let's get back to the original video. But because the wokeists have basically co-opted this idea of diverse group, right? Diversity is now a bad word. Diversity is an expletive. It's a pejorative. So when you see diversity, I think, okay, does this mean this game will have some hint of wokeness? Worse, it says that it lives under the yoke of Imperial Russian Tsardom. And as we know, the Western media loves to make Russia out to be the boogeyman for every damn thing. Even in cases where Russia's actions are exactly what the West have done before, we still see that it's okay when we do it. So it's possible that this could be pushing some anti-Russian rhetoric here, and Lord only knows what diverse could mean. But again, it could just be, it doesn't have to be woke, right? But I'm apparently not the only one with this concern. I don't want to make it sound as if it is widely spread, because in the 9 or 10 pages on these discussions is only 2-3 topics where people have this concern. But speaking of the topics, there is one thing that came up, and one player wanted or hoped that the game had romance in it. Now the player also hoped that they have companions, and I have no problem with that, because as long as companions mean party members, so like in old Final Fantasy games and so on, where you form a party, those will be your companions, right? If it's that, when it's gameplay oriented and so on, no problem, because there's a lot of fun things you can do with mix and match and dynamics with companion versus you being the super powered creature who can save everything. But this romance thing now, I made a video previously about the feminization of men and the media, or media in general. Now, what it sounds like many people want is they have been groomed, even BioWare, BioWare didn't initially start out as being a glorified dating sim. You go back far enough, right? My first game with BioWare was Knights of the Old Republic, and then moved over to Jade Empire and then Mass Effect, right? And yes, you had romance in those games, but it was hidden deep, and it was not part of the review or the general discussion about it. It was just, okay, this is an additional little thing if you want to do there. But then, particularly Mass Effect, that's when it changed. And now, rather than an RPG, RPGs, Western RPGs, have become dating sims. And everybody is now obsessed over a dating sim. So they want a dating sim with the budget and the world of an action game or RPG. Now, if what you want is a dating sim, I think you'll be better off if you just advocate for that genre to be given a bigger budget. And so you have a big budget dating sim and you can have all kind of weird, freaky things that you want in it. But sometimes in RPGs, we just want to be able to fight and kill bears and not necessarily be able to have sex with them. That is weird and gross and cringy. Anyway, coming back to this, I have no idea if this thing is woke or not. It's just that woke has tainted this idea. As far as I'm concerned, developers will try to not use this terminology for at least another decade or so, because it's been tainted now. You're going to make some people think about it, and then the more and more it's being pushed in games, in other games, it will have a negative impact on your game when people see the same language that is used or that is associated with a certain thing that they dislike in another game. Backside. My card is actually the recommended. It is at 1440p or 1080p. It'd be sad if it was 1080p. When is it releasing actually? December 5th. Alright, well, I'm going to stop recording now and, well, I'm going to stop this part of the recording now and start to play the game. I'm going to record the game as well. I have no idea how long this demo is. I will either just show clips of the demo or just show all the gameplay of the demo. Or if it has something noteworthy to comment about, then I will make a video commenting on it. So it's either with just me showing off the demo or commenting on the demo. That will come after this video.